In this video, we'll learn how to set up a business email using G Suite. Before that, I want to discuss a little bit about the benefits associated with using a business email address. The first benefit is a custom business email address looks professional. It helps you earn customers' trust. Imagine me sending you an email regarding this course from a normal Gmail or Hotmail or Yahoo or some other ID. Compare an email sender completewpmastery@gmail.com with something like info@completewpmastery.com. Obviously, the latter looks more professional and seems to be belonging to a legitimate business. Custom business emails also offer you more storage and other facilities depending on where you buy it from. There are many providers of custom business emails, but in this video, I'll show you how to set up a G Suite account and create a custom business email there. Let's head over to gsuite.google.com, or you can do a simple search for G Suite on Google, and the first organic listing will be the URL that we want to visit. G Suite offers a free trial for 14 days in which you can evaluate the service and see if it's the right fit for you. Let's start our free trial. Let us now enter the basic details about our business and a few of our personal details. Next, we need to specify whether we have a domain that we want to use with G Suite or do we want to buy a new one. We already have our domain, so we'll select this option. Let's now enter the domain that we have. This is an important step. Google is asking you to specify a username that you'll use to log in to your G Suite account. This will also be our first custom business email address on G Suite. Enter the details and remember the credentials that you put here. So our G Suite account has been created, and it's now time to configure our newly created email address to work with Gmail. Let's go to the setup. This is G Suite's admin console, and you can open it anytime in future by visiting admin.google.com and logging in. The first step is to verify our ownership of the domain completewpmastery.com. This is an important security feature and it prevents unauthorized people from using our domain and sending emails to people using our domain name. G Suite offers several methods for verifying domain ownership. We'll go with the recommended method, which is TXT verification. In order to verify the domain, we need to create a TXT record on the domain. A TXT record is a DNS record, and we'll need to modify the DNS records for our domain on Namecheap. Google has detected that our domain host is Namecheap, and it is offering a shortcut to visit Namecheap. Let's click that. Let's log in. and visit the Advanced DNS tab for our domain. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see some host records and we'll have to add a new one. Since we are using TXT verification method, it will be a TXT record. Let's copy this value. And if you look at this page closely, Google has given you detailed instructions as to how to add this record properly. They are telling us we need to select TXT record from the drop-down list, which we've already done. We need to enter @ symbol in the host field and paste the value that we just copied in the value field. In the time to live or TTL field, we'll have automatic. So let's specify these values and save the record. We'll now jump back to this tab and ask Google to verify our domain. It will check whether that TXT record exists or not. Sometimes it takes a bit of time for the record to be picked up by Google. You can always close this window and return later. Okay, so our domain has been verified and we are just a few steps away from using our newly created custom business email. Google gives you an option to create additional email addresses. As you can see, you can add up to 10 users during our trial period. But to keep things simple and quick, we'll skip this for now. Now is the time to activate Gmail for our domain. After that is activated, all emails sent to our newly created email address will be routed to Gmail, and we would be able to access our email within Gmail's interface. Let's start the activation process. In order to activate Gmail, we need to create mail exchange records or MX records for short that are DNS records, just like the TXT record that we created earlier. Google is again being very helpful and is giving detailed instructions for setting up MX records. Namecheap actually has a shortcut to add MX records for Gmail. Instead of adding MX records manually, all you need to do is select Gmail in the mail settings drop-down list. In the next video, I'll show you how to add MX records manually for another service called Zoho Mail. Let's now activate Gmail. Google will now confirm whether we've added the MX records or not. This screen is deceptive at times. Sometimes it says that some records are missing. But if it does not ask you to review the records again, you are good to go. There you go. Gmail has been activated for our domain. We don't want to add new users, so let's skip this step for now. G Suite is suggesting a few other apps, and it's also giving us a handy option to send out a test email. Let's modify the message and send ourselves a test email. Now I'll show you how to access your newly created email account. Since we've activated Gmail, the email account will be accessible inside Gmail. Let's open gmail.com and log in using the credentials we created earlier. When you log in for the first time, you'll be shown a small agreement. Click on Accept to move on. So here is our new business email account accessible right inside Gmail. We still have not received the test email that we sent out to ourselves. There's nothing to worry about. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to reach your inbox. I have refreshed a few times, but we still have not received the email. Let's use an alternate way to confirm we have set up the account correctly. I log into my another email account. And send an email to our newly created account. The email has been sent. Let's switch to our newly created account and see if we have received this email there. There it is. Mails are coming in perfectly, and I'm sure the test email that we sent out will come in later. Such issues do happen sometimes. I want to check if outgoing email functionality is working fine too. What I'll do is I'll send a reply to this email. The email has been sent, and let us now switch back to the other email account. You can see we have received the email, proving the fact that both incoming and outgoing email functionality is working perfectly. Coming back to G Suite Admin Console, this is where you see a list of all the email accounts created. You can very easily create a new account from this page. Just specify the name of the user and the desired email. Configure the password options. And add the new user. You can view users' details and modify the settings depending on your requirements. You can access all the accounts inside Gmail like we did with the first account. Open gmail.com, enter the credentials, and boom, you are in. So this was all about G Suite. In the next video, we'll take a look at Zoho Mail, which is another great service for having custom business emails. See you there.